he went and put his right foot on the rock and said, Ramo Ham. That means, I am Rama. It's strange, isn't it? Usually in such situations, these great men, they go and bless. And then suddenly the rock becomes Ahilya again, isn't it? But it's not what Rama did. Well, Ahilya came out. Such a beautiful woman. She fell at the feet of Rama. And in Edthachan's Ramayana, there's a beautiful devotional song, Ahilya Stuti. It's wonderful, really. Very pitiful song it is. Very touching song it is. And she sought all the blessings from Rama and Lakshmana and Vishwamitra and went away. Well, it's a very controversial scene, isn't it? Did Ahilya do anything wrong? The only thing that she did was that she didn't realize the true nature of Gautama. That is it. What is Gautama? See, it rhymes with the word Gaurava, isn't it? Seriousness. As Milton says, high seriousness of life. In his poem, On His Blindness, he says, high seriousness. Spirituality is not simple seriousness, it's high seriousness. You have to be absolutely serious about everything you do. Even when you tell a joke, you should be serious. Unless you are totally concentrating, you won't be able to tell a joke. Or when you act in a comedy, you have to be very serious. I remember one film director, when he was shooting a comedy scene, the comedy actors were in a funny mood. Then he said, mind you, it is comedy. You should be very serious. That's exactly what it is. Unless your timing, your way of speaking, your sound control, and all these things are perfect, a comedy won't stand. So, acting a comedy scene is a very important thing. You should be absolutely serious in that. Well, sadhaka should have seriousness. At the same time, Sadhaka's wife Ahilya is of feminine nature, isn't it? So, you cannot be rude because you are serious. Some teachers become rude because they are serious. Not like that. You can't be rude. You have to be soft. That's Ahilya's side. But Indriyas, the senses, cheat us with the help of the mind, and our Gauravam is gone. Our seriousness is gone. And you will have to do a deep penance for this. That's why Vridams and all these things. There are Ekadashi Vridams and all these Vridams that we take to become serious. For 3 days you are not taking food, you are drinking only water and juice, and that's to make you serious. If you don't attain that seriousness, then you won't be able to do sadhana properly. See, who is a guru actually? Guru, that word also starts with Gauravam. Said Guru. Guru teaches you to have the right attitude in life. Attitude. That's a very important word. Unless you have the attitude, you won't be successful in anything. Not only in spirituality, in literature, in business, in military, in anything, in any aspect of life. A pilot, you should be absolutely serious. When you are doing your sadhana, the senses will just take away the seriousness from you. That's very important. That happens to every sadhaka. You will be attracted to the opposite sex and all that. And when you indulge too much in it, you will be carried away. It's not that sex is a bad thing or a woman is a bad thing. No, it's not like that. Man and woman are the same in everything. Your half part is a woman. That half part is Ahilya. Ahilya is a part of you. That seriousness is very essential. That's what Gautama says. That's what the story says. One should be very serious in your sadhana. But that doesn't mean the rudeness. See, everything should be served with love. Even a person, a hangman, giving the hanging rope to a victim should be kind. A doctor who does a surgery should be very kind. This feminine nature of kindness should be there. If you don't have that kindness in your mind, you will be an ugly person. The beauty of life itself is femininity. Suppose you don't have that femininity, then you will be treated as a cruel person. and people won't be attracted by you. The charm of charisma is femininity. But if you're not serious, that charm will take you away from the path of spirituality. So be very careful. And another very important aspect is this: Rama doesn't bless Ahilya. Why? That's why you see that how intelligent Vatmiki is. See, what's the final state of a sadhaka? The final state of sadhaka is always Advaita. God is not different from me. I am God. That means I have attained the nature of Godhood. Then I am not different from God. That's what is termed as Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahma. Ramoham. I am Rama. In Shabarimala it is written Tattvamasi. That means you are that. You itself is Ayyappa. That's the greatest knowledge. Some people ask Sai Baba, why do you call yourself God? Are you God? Isn't it your ego? How can you call yourself God? Then Sai Baba smiled and said, I am God. All of you are gods. But the difference is that I know that I am God. Poor people, you don't know you are gods. That's it. See, we are all people who have come from another dimension with absolute powers. But we don't know. We are ignorant people. Just like Ratnagaran, who is having a Ratna in his hand, he is going around for other things. So that's why Halya Moksham becomes a very important lesson for a sadhaka. It's very important. You will be carried away slowly. I know a great soul. He was a brahmachari in the Gurukulam of a great saint. And he used to write books on science. He was a highly qualified scientist. In my college days, I used to read his books. I am totally convinced that he is a great soul. But later, you know what happened? He was a brahmachari in the Gurukulam, then he became a teacher, he became the top teacher, and people thought that he will become the next MADADHIPAThi. Because he was qualified in everything. Unfortunately, he fell in love with a person, a student, a girl. It became evident that he is not now moving forward in spirituality. He was always in romance. Then the Guru called him aside and said, you see, Chela, this is a very difficult situation in your life. You have fallen in love and you think that she is the center of the world. It is not so. She is an ordinary girl, but you think that she has extraordinary passion for knowledge and all that. No. But he was not ready to give ear to what the teacher was teaching, what the Guru was telling. He said, sir, I am teaching Vedanta for the last 10 years, but I could never make another person a Vedanti. Now I want to make this girl a Vedanti, a real Vedanti. So I am going to marry her. You are going to marry her? That's what the Guru said. Then the brahmachari said, yes. Then he said, Vinashakale Vivirita Buddhi. In the negative time, only negative thoughts will come to you. Vinashakale, Vivirita, with the opposite, Buddhi will come to you. Well, he walked out of the ashram with the girl, got married, came back to his native land and started teaching spirituality. What is wrong? Nothing is wrong. His wife started teaching yoga and he started teaching the Vedanta. So it was just like an ashram for some time. Unfortunately, after some time, the wife ran away with a student and got married. The poor man lost all his sense and he lost everything, his good name, his powers of concentration, his sadhana, his scholarship, everything. Now he is running a provision store. Just like an ordinary being. See, that is Ahalya. There will come a time in your real journey, your spiritual path, when you are carried away by the opposite sex. It can be a feminine or it can be male. A girl practicing sadhana may find a male person very attractive, very kind, very knowledgeable. And all these qualities he will attribute on him, and there ends everything. And again, in many births, the girl will have to struggle like Ahalya. But Rama comes and puts a right foot on the rock and says, Ramoham, I am Rama. That means everything is me. He attained that great psychological level of identifying with his real nature, God, and said, You come out. That's how Ahalya came out. So, again and again, we are getting convinced that Ramayana is not a simple book, a story book. It is totally, it's a wonderful spiritual book which leads sadhaka to the eternal truth. We'll see what happens next. Please subscribe, please like, please share.